American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a first down. Down here at about the 40. They run with Hines. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now here come the Dolphins. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he spins past him and into space. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. From the left side, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And now running right through it. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They go play action here on first down. Smith catches left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
This is Hines. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over.
They'll look to throw here. And Thomas has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now back to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Patriot! Patriot!
Now it's Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Detroit!
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. He juked him. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Nyheim Hines as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Detroit! Set! B-19!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here's Hines. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They run again with Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. The open man is Smith. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They get it to him running left. Able to spin free. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 3rd down, that's Hines. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Now they try the right side here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Saints, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.